Pennsylvania's state system of higher education. 14 universities, infinite opportunities. This week, we explore the opportunities available at Lock Haven University. First, we'll hear from University President Michael Fiorentino.
Hello and welcome. I'm Frank Brogan, the Chancellor of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education. 14 incredible universities, and as we're fond of saying, that beg infinite opportunities for our students. Over 110,000 students fill our classrooms, our laboratories, and our campuses, and truly go on following graduation to continue to make a high-quality difference in the lives of all of us who live in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and people from around the country and around the world. A marvelous faculty and administration in a university that for so many years, tucked in a gorgeous location of Pennsylvania up on the western branch of the Susquehanna River, has provided an educational opportunity that's unparalleled in the Commonwealth. We're also very pleased today to introduce you to the president of that institution, Dr. Michael Fiorentino. Dr. Fiorentino actually holds 2 degrees from universities in Massachusetts, and you'll get a little better flavor of that once he starts to speak and holds on to a little bit of that Northeastern language issue. So we're delighted to have you with us, Mike, and again, first of all, thank you for your leadership at Lock Haven University. And if you could, tell us a little bit more about Lock Haven.
First, it's a pleasure to be here with you, Chancellor. Lock Haven University is located in the north central region of the Commonwealth on the Susquehanna River. It's in a very rural section of the Commonwealth. It's a very tight-knit community, one where the university is a very important partner in the lifeblood of the community. We have approximately 5,000 students with programs that range the liberal arts and sciences into a variety of professional areas with an emphasis on healthcare professions. We also have a branch campus in Clearfield. That campus serves, again, a rural area of the Commonwealth in an underserved area in terms of higher education.
We're very proud of all of your academic programs at Lock Haven, but I wanted to touch, if you can, a little bit about the healthcare issues that you're working on at Lock Haven. I'm one of those who believe that the future of healthcare as an industry is a giant opportunity for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Our job is to make sure that we're turning out for that industry men and women who are ready to take their rightful place in it. You've got some exciting programs in the world of healthcare at Lock Haven. You want to touch on some of those for us?
Well, first, and I think the program that we have engaged the greatest resources and time is our physician assistant program, which is actually the first physician assistant graduate program in the state system of higher education. It's a fully accredited program, and the emphasis of that program, like all of our healthcare programs, is serving a rural and underserved population. There are so many places within the Commonwealth where citizens can't really find quality health care, and having people in the industry like physician assistants who can provide that type of service is critical. So our emphasis there has been how do we best serve that population and looking at some of the inner city populations which we define as underserved populations. In addition to the physician assistant program, we've created some online programs to make it easier, more convenient for citizens of the Commonwealth and citizens outside the Commonwealth, if necessary, to actually enroll in our programs and get the type of service and educational opportunities that they need. For instance, we have a master's in science in clinical mental health counseling, which is very unique. And again, there are very few people who provide that type of service in many of the rural areas of Pennsylvania. We recently initiated a Master of Science in Health Science, which emphasizes healthcare management and healthcare education.
Well, I'm also really very fond of boasting about, and I really can, the body of work that's being done by our faculty and our students off of the traditional campus. So much of what people think of takes place right there, in your case, on the campus of Lock Haven or at Clearfield. But the amount of work that's done off campus is also something we're very proud of. You operate a program called Mountain Serve, and I'd like you please to share with our viewers a little bit about that unique program.
Well, Mountain Serve is a community service organization within the university. Its primary focus is to provide opportunities for faculty, staff, and our students to engage with community agencies and with business and industry in providing volunteer services, but also giving our students an opportunity to be involved in real-world problems as part of their educational experience. And to do that, making a combination of practice and theory in our programs really makes a significant difference in the quality of what our students experience. So Mountain Serve really is the facilitator of that. We have spent in the last year over 60,000 hours of service within the community in a variety of different ways, and that includes, once again, our faculty, students, and staff.
Well, it is really a most interesting program, but again, it's a real point of pride, not only for obviously Lock Haven, but also for our entire state system, knowing that our students are out there practicing what we preach on our campuses and putting it to work. It will also obviously make them better as they graduate and move out into that real world. We believe they'll be a better part of it and change the quality of life for many people as a result of that program.
Well, we certainly believe that. And there are two things that we emphasize within all of our academic programs. That's a high quality experience for our students in the classroom, but also preparing our students to be contributing members of the society that they live in the communities that they will eventually live in, regardless of where they might find themselves when they leave Lock Haven.
Well, you know, along those lines, you do some great work in the world of international programming. Oftentimes we think, again, not only of the traditional campus, but the region, maybe the state, or even the country. I know students at Lock Haven are getting some great experiences on the international front. You want to talk about that a little?
They are, and we're continuing to work towards expanding the opportunities that will be available to our students. And quite frankly, the experiences that they have in the international realm are connected to Mountain Serve and the things that we do from a volunteer point of view. But we've created a variety of different opportunities for our students to travel abroad, to study abroad, whether it be year-long programs, semester-length programs, or even short-term programs during the summer or even the academic year. We have relationships with over 15 universities that can support that, and our students have participated in a variety of projects in 21 different countries, including students during spring break traveling to various areas of the world that need additional support: Morocco, Mexico, the Dominican Republic.
Two thoughts. One is on the issue of undergraduate education. That is still the embodiment of our system. The vast majority of those 110,000 students are undergraduate students, as we were a long time ago. And that's where their higher educational experience really takes off, both in the general education quest and then on as they chase the major of their choice. What's making the rounds these days is a term called high-impact practices that you're utilizing in your undergraduate curriculum in preparatory opportunity for your students in the undergraduate program. Can you tell us a little bit about how your high-impact practices are making a difference in the lives of your students?
Certainly. What we're trying to do is provide students from their initial days on our campus through a freshman experience program and through their general education program, because our general education program was revised a year and a half ago to really emphasize the importance of global experiences as well. So our students have a year-long program that supports their growth and development and adjustment to the university. And I think that's an important aspect of our curriculum. In addition, we emphasize undergraduate research in all aspects of our curriculum. It's not just in the STEM areas where you would expect to see it, but in the liberal arts and sciences, the social sciences. Our students are involved with faculty and with community partners in conducting research that does have a major impact on either the community, the school district, or the business or industry that they're involved in. In addition, our students are engaged in a variety of service learning projects, as well as specific and important community engagement projects. And that follows them throughout their 4 years at the university. It's a central theme throughout our entire curriculum.
Well, we're very proud of all of your programs at Lock Haven. As you say, you are nestled in one of the most beautiful locations in all of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, but it doesn't stop there. That's only the beginning to the destination, which
That's
is
true.
a first-class and high-quality educational experience for all of the students who call Lock Haven home. I get to visit all of our 14 universities on a fairly frequent basis, and as I mentioned at the outset, they're scattered all over the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. But I know every time I come to Lock Haven, I'm very impressed with the relationship that those students have with the university that they love so very much. I'm very impressed with the work of the faculty and the staff at Lock Haven, and I know what a source of pride that institution is for the region and for the entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So I want to say thank you very much, Dr. Mike Fiorentino, for being with us today, but more importantly, thank you for your continued service and leadership to Lock Haven University. You do an outstanding job. We're proud to call you one of our own in providing those infinite opportunities to our students.
Thank you very much, Chancellor. Pleasure to be with you.
Coming up next, explore more opportunities offered at Lock Haven University.
Invest in me.
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 I'll be your future public servant.
I'll be your future advertising executive.
I'll be your future accountant.
I will be your future motivational speaker.
I'll be your future lawmaker.
I will be your future teacher.
Invest in me. I'll be your future videographer.
Welcome back to Infinite Opportunities. Next, we'll discover how the Lock Haven Honors Program helps students develop a sense of community with each other and the local region.
The Global Honors Program allows students with similar educational and career goals to come together, and they are able to showcase what they've learned within the honors program to future employers, to professional schools. So it helps them in their application process. It allows them to garner exclusive research and internship experiences. They also have a myriad of leadership opportunities, over 60 in our program, and they are able to develop those critical communication, conflict resolution, working with teams skills that are important in today's society.
Not only are you interacting with your professors on more of a one-on-one basis, but you get a lot of opportunities for leadership roles. So you're interacting with potential students and their parents who are coming to open houses. You're getting that interaction, on kind of like almost a professional level. And you're also learning to interact with each other in a team-based environment, in groups. You're learning team-building activities and skills.
Right away, all the SADs and the other honors students welcomed me and were very friendly to me. And many of them I consider them my best friends to this day. I think that's really cool.
It's called the Global Honors Program for a reason. So we have a lot of diversity. So first and foremost, as soon as you enter the program as a freshman, you get that diverse experience. You get to interact with students from different areas, different cultural backgrounds, and I think that's important.
I think one of the biggest benefits, especially during your freshman year of being in the honors program, is the huge network of people that you meet right away. For a lot of people coming to college their freshman year, it's their first time away from home for an extended period of time, and sometimes it's hard to get adjusted, and meeting 50, 60 other people that are going through the same things that you are. I think that's one of the biggest upsides about the honors program.
Students in the Global Honors Program also emphasize community. From the very first semester, students are placed in freshman development groups. This is a group of 6 to 8 students, and they are co-led by 2 upperclassmen. These students closely mentor the students. They meet twice a week in the fall semester and once a week in the spring semester.
FDGs really help, I think, incoming freshmen to kind of break out of their shells, get out there and get to meet new people.
It's one of the best ways to immediately get to know people, and it really prepares you academically for the trials and tribulations you will experience throughout your college.
The community is further emphasized through our activity or focus groups. They also participate in community service in the local community as well as their home communities. So students in the Global Honors Program are giving back to the Haven as well as their local communities, and on average we complete 2,000 hours of community service each year.
The honors program at Lock Haven has helped me better my time management skills. They ask you to do several things throughout the year, like go to activity groups, attend academic events, and complete community service. I think that's really helped me prepare myself for like upper level classes where they ask you to do semester-long projects or like internships where you have to do work that's completed throughout the entire summer. And I think that's because of the time management skills taught to me by the honors program.
Lock Haven University. Small class sizes and the courses you need to achieve your dreams. The perfect environment to turn your passion into real success in the real world. Lock Haven University. We've got you covered. The Haven.
Welcome back to Infinite Opportunities. Next, we'll see how Lock Haven's coaches help students achieve success on the playing field and in the classroom.
I believe one of the reasons Lock Haven is a great place to be a student athlete is, we have a small community environment. We have tremendous facilities and we get the small school atmosphere, but the large school experience.
The faculty, staff, the coaches are all united, and it truly is a family here. They're supportive of the student athletes and the students.
As an athlete, it's really a family. Every single time we come in for a huddle, we chant family, and I really feel like my teammates are my family.
I think it comes from the whole mission of the university as far as that we're community oriented.
A main thing I looked for when I transferred was to find somewhere that I could build great relationships with my coaches. And from the first time I stepped onto campus, I knew that I could do that here.
They all work together to make sure the students are taking care of their academics, their course load, with the ultimate goal to graduate.
The coaches have a big part in helping us balance our academic as well as athletic responsibilities. Coach makes it very clear that academics come first. Even though she's my basketball coach, she makes it very clear that to be successful on the court, you have to be successful off the court as well.
We have mentors within the athletic department that are very helpful and are at the disposal of student athletes if they need some extra help in something.
My coaches are actually very smart. They help me as well. Coach Zach, the assistant coach, he makes it his duty to make sure that we're succeeding in the classroom. So he does whatever he can, whether it's finding a book that we need or finding someone who can help us.
Sometimes we're the people that it falls to if they're stressed out about anything or need help.
Having someone that I can depend on, like Coach, makes me so happy to be here. If I need to talk to someone, I know I can come to her, and you don't really get that a lot with coaches at all.
First and foremost, what we look for as a coach is to really help the student athlete develop physically to become better at what they do in their specific sports.
On the court, she does whatever she can to make sure we have a successful season and successful games every time. She puts in the extra mile always. If I want to come here at 5 in the morning, she'll be here at 4:30 waiting for me.
Another important piece that our student athletes leave with is, for starters, they gain a lot of confidence, setting goals, taking the steps necessary to achieve those goals. They develop a really in-depth belief in themselves that's important. From the faculty members to the athletic department, we really strive to make the most well-rounded individuals we can, and and produce good people is the way to really simplify it, I guess. And everyone's a contributor to that.
Welcome back to Infinite Opportunities. Next, we'll learn how students and professors at Lock Haven work together to research the cause of a devastating disease in the bat population.
I'm currently researching white nose syndrome in bats. It's a fungus called Pseudogymnoascus destructans, and bats are very important. They're a keystone species, and bats make millions of pounds of insects per summer. And white nose syndrome has killed about 90% of our bats in the Northeast.
There needs to be a management strategy with white nose syndrome.
This was all driven by LHU students. In 2010, when I was teaching mycology, my students kept asking about white nose syndrome, and one of the things we do in class is we isolate fungi from the environment. And so the students begged me to get them a bat, and so I got a bat. We isolated the culture, we sequenced it, and found that we could isolate geomyces really easily. The Game Commission started asking us to collaborate with them, and so we've been collaborating since 2010, and the idea, the chemical control that we're actually using, it's in toxicity trials in St. Louis. This was a student idea, something that they thought would be non-toxic and could work to treat the bats.
We're going to be able to see the difference in our white nose syndrome management strategy, like what it's going to do to the caves.
Really, since 2010, students have been driving this research. Dylan came in not having done research before in my lab, and this is his first real research experience, but he ended up doing so well, even with his wrestling schedule and everything, that he ended up winning second place against students from 11 other schools.
CPUB, which is Commonwealth of Pennsylvania University Biologist Conference, was a really cool experience. It really got me to see what it's like to present my research.
There are a lot of professors in the state system of Pennsylvania, or state system schools, Apache schools, that are really passionate about research and that do research with students. And so you can do that at Lock Haven. And you get access to state-of-the-art research equipment.
I don't think we would have the same opportunities if we didn't have this facility, and I think a lot of students from other schools don't have the same opportunities we have. Like, we have a BX53 microscope, which is a research-grade microscope.
There's only one of these microscopes at a big school down the road, and undergraduates don't get to use it. And so you get to use this if you come to Lock Haven.
And we have tons of other microscopes like this one, and we have a research-grade hood and nano drop, all these things like I get to use on a daily basis, which really helped me in my research.
Basically, what students can do is they get all this hands-on experience with equipment, and they get to work with their professors and see their professors excited about various research projects. And that really is showing them how to complete research, keep track of data, use scientific equipment, learn how to use the equipment, adjust to different equipment, and then they can put that all together and complete a project. And that's something that an employer wants, because an employer is going to train you on whatever equipment they have. They're going to expect you to be able to follow through, keep track of the information, and then present it in a timely manner. And that's what I'm working with students to teach them.
Lock Haven University. The Haven, an affordable, top-level education in the heart of Pennsylvania. Small class sizes and the courses you need to achieve your dreams. The perfect environment to turn your passion into real success in the real world. Lock Haven University. Follow your passion. Embrace your possibilities. We've got you covered.
Welcome back to Infinite Opportunities. Next, we'll discover the benefits of Lock Haven's international programs to both students who study abroad as well as to international students attending the university.
My name is Yerigina Anastasia Andreevna, and I'm a matriculated student in Lock Haven University, and I'm also an international student from Russia.
The Institute for International Studies serves as an umbrella organization responsible for all of the international programming on campus, including new exchange partnerships and exchange programs.
Well, it was a great experience. I learned a lot there, so much that I can't put the words right now. It would take a lot, but they prepared me very well. We had a couple meetings to let us know about what life would be like there.
The IIS, they're very helpful just to every international student here. They help us a lot with just like going through culture shock, and different professors come to us and talk about their behavior in the room.
While I was abroad, not only did I mingle with people from Scotland, fellow students, I also had time to travel to other countries. And even those experiences, you learn just as much as you would learn in a classroom just by going out and discovering on your own.
We have many programs during the year. Like we go to New York. Recently we went to Amish country, which is a very different experience for many international students because they've never seen people like that.
One of the greatest benefits of studying abroad through Lock Haven partner institutions is that students continue to pay tuition to Lock Haven. There are also a lot of institutions abroad that offer our students room and board for free.
The biggest fear of people about going abroad is they think, well, it's very expensive. And you'll find when you're abroad, it's not as expensive as you think. It's actually ended up being about the exact same as it is here if you lived on campus in a traditional dorm.
So my first freshman semester, that was probably the toughest semester ever, but it would be more harder if the professors wouldn't help us. They do spend time with us, like they work with us throughout the class. So it's not as scary as I thought.
Students change quite a bit when they study abroad. They get to see the world from another perspective.
I'm more open than I used to be. I mean, I've always considered myself fairly open, but until you actually go abroad and experience different cultures, then you truly learn how to understand people's differences, and it helps you in the workplace, I believe, as well.
It's very prestigious to, first of all, be in here and then go back home. Like I will get my job right away in graphic and online designer. Like I do know English, and it's very, like all employers like when their employees know different languages.
Employers today really value having an international background, intercultural training, and especially those students who study in a place where English is not the first language. Those students come back with a second language skill, which is extremely valuable today.
And many people have landed great internships because of the professors and staff we have here. And that's what mainly attracted me to this school.
Whenever you go to a big city, like it's not America. Like here, like heaven in any other small towns is America. Like it's very traditional. I would really recommend people just to come here and see that.
Come back next week to learn more of the infinite opportunities at the state system's 14 universities, or visit us online